Sounds came from under the bed. After opening the floor, people discovered a terrifying find. A man in Louisiana has become something of a legend for rescuing a type of creature a lot of people avoid: bees. One of the most memorable rescues Jeff Horshoff carried out occurred a couple of years ago when a woman called for help. Again, she had heard some buzzing coming from the floorboards beneath her bed and knew that the bees were back. Luckily, Horshoff had left hatches in the floor from the last time he was there to save a hive. That way, the rescue of thousands of little lives would be easier this time around. Horshoff packed up his special suit and his unique type of vacuum, and he was off. Horshoff had to be extremely careful as he removed the floorboard, and he had to don his special suit. But with expert care, he managed to pull what was living underneath the bed and lay it on the table: a hive containing an estimated 10,000 honeybees. "I've had bees for 25 years, Horshoff told the Dodo, but I never did any wrangling of bees at first. Horshoff got into the business of rescuing bees when he realized how often their hives need to be relocated. In this case, the bees had gotten into this woman's home through a crevice in some shingles on the side of her house. Horshoff realized that rescuing bees was also the perfect way to get honeybees who were really strong survivors for free. And the bees Horshoff rescues end up living on a monastery surrounded by reverent Benedictine monks. The tradition of beekeeping among monks stretches back for hundreds of years, and fortunately, there's St. Joseph Abbey and Seminary right down the road from Horshoff's house in Louisiana. Bees operate as a close-knit community in which each bee has a special task that is for the good of the group, the Abbey explains. Much like monastic life, the bees are devoted to their community and work together for a common goal. And that's exactly where this beehive would end up. But first, that special vacuum had to come in. It's a specially designed vacuum where the amount of vacuum on it is regulated by a valve. If you put the vacuum to your skin, you can barely feel it, Horshoff explained. Once they're inside, it's a bee box, and there are frames in there. The bees crawl up on the frames and hang out until they can reunite with the queen on their comb. When many of the bees were vacuumed safely away, Horshoff spotted someone special, the queen. He reserved a special clear box just for her. "The reason I spend a lot of time searching for the queen is because she's the only bee in the hive that lays eggs," Horshoff said. "A queen can lay up to 2,000 eggs every single day. I spend so much energy looking for her because I don't want her to be harmed. If I find her, I can work faster because I don't have to worry about hurting her. If the worst does happen, bees can generate a new queen, but it can make the rescue a lot harder. The transition of moving bees from a structure to a box is very stressful for the bees," Horshoff said. "If they have their queen there, the transition is so much easier for the bees." After cutting up the hive and replacing it in a box safely on the grounds of the Abbey, Horshoff finally released the queen, who quickly crawled down to the center of the hive, surrounded by her workers. That's where the hive has been to this day, and it's still thriving. There are dozens of hives at the Abbey that Horshoff watches over, and they produce gallons and gallons of honey to help support the Abbey. Unlike many honey producers, Horshoff doesn't use any chemicals to treat the hives. It all works through love, care, and good faith. "The only quality I look for in bees is surviving bees, that they can deal with the mites, moths, and predators," Horshoff said. "I'm just a country guy." See what happened to this poor man. A man was found dead by his teenage daughter inside a home he was trying to renovate, which contained at least 60,000 bees. Police are not sure whether Donald Mason, 49, fell from a ladder or died as a result of bee stings after he was found in the upstairs bedroom of the home in Miami. His daughter said he was renovating the house, which had been in the family since 1924, so that she could move in. When he couldn't be reached, she went to the home and found his body. "We're not sure if he fell, had a medical condition, or if it was bee stings," Miami Fire Rescue Lieutenant Ignatius Carroll told Local10.com. But you can imagine how devastating this was for her to find him. Wooly Skarloff, who runs a bee eradication company, said at least 60,000 bees were living in the walls of the home and were disturbed during the renovation process. He said he probably opened up the hole and was going to fog it, and what happened is the bees probably came out, scared him, and he fell off the chair. Wooly Skarloff, who runs a bee eradication company, said at least 60,000 bees were living in the walls of the home. Mr. Skarloff said he will return at another time to remove all of the bees. He said by the sounds and the number of the holes in the wall, there are probably more than 60,000 there. Neighbors described Mr. Mason as a really nice person and a kind soul. If you agree, please share and give us thumbs up to keep posting. See you later. Good luck.